Hello guys, Elven Warrior here and welcome to today's video. Today I have got another ultimate beginner's guide for you today covering the Greenskins. Alright, so what we're going to cover, we're just going to cover all the basics. So whether you're from like a new complete beginner, new to the game, or whether you're an existing player, hopefully there's something here that that you can take away and that you can say, oh, I've learned something new. So hopefully I'm able to cover stuff like that. Before we get on into it, guys, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Be very much appreciated. You do not want to miss out on any of the latest videos that I release. So yeah, make sure you do that. Please feel free also to leave a like and a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Leave a bit of feedback. It'll be very welcome. Okay, so let's get started then. So as you can see here, we'll start on here. So the growth, so as you go, you need the requirements. You've got to get your passive growth here to get to this requirement to earn population surplus. Once you get a surplus, you're able to upgrade a building on the main settlement buildings, and then it unlocks more settlement slots. So yeah, as you can see, that was at 600 and then it's gone down to 200. The next bit, extort income, is just basically a different word for tax. So yeah, you can toggle it on and off, but if you toggle it off, obviously you don't earn any money. So Greenskins need lots of money. Next one, corruption. So as you can see, untainted is the preferable corruption for the Greenskins. There's a bit of Skaven corruption from, I think, over here, but also there's vampiric and chaos corruption. So obviously you got to make sure you stay within your race's favoured corruption, otherwise you'll start to cause problems. Province effects, so you've got currently neutral region control. It does go into like a positive and negative depending on the public order, or obedience as the Greenskins call it. So if you go into a positive, you get like buffs to like growth, recruitment and stuff like that, recruitment capacity, but you get a negative to your obedience, because the game's after the update, they're trying to balance it so you're not constantly in positive public order, or you're not constantly getting it to negative public order, so you can farm the revolts. Also on the other way, if it goes negative, you get like debuffs to growth, again recruitment cost and stuff, but then you get a positive to public order again to try and balance it out. So here we've got some commandments. There's only 3. So once you complete the entire province, you can put one of these down. Brag about the boss, recruitment cost and local recruitment capacity increase. Give it a income extortion rate plus 5%, so it means you earn more money. And this one will be a good one really. Camp ruckus, extra growth and some more obedience. So that's really good to have. So just moving over here, overview. This is the overview. If you were to push that, this is already up. So it's just nice and easy just to quickly build something whilst still viewing everything. The next button is the garrison details. So it tells you what's defending this settlement and what's defending there. But obviously you can't really see until you get like closer to the settlement. And also you can see the strength of the wall is at 100%, so that's good. The next button is the building browser, so this can go into more depth of like what you're gonna do. So if you want to like plan out how your settlement's gonna look, so I need to make space for this, so that'll be at tier 5 and stuff like that. It's like, I need extra growth soon, or need this money for sure, I'll put that there. You can plan well out in advance. The next button is to recruit the lords. So when you want to create a new army, you just come here and you can choose from your following options. So you've got your Goblin Great Shaman, Night Goblin War Boss, Orc War Boss, and you can just choose from there. When you confederate the other legendary lords, there'll be another tab. If they're not currently out on the campaign, there'll be another tab, legendary lords, and you can just go through there. The next button is recruit heroes. So as you can see, we can recruit Black Orc big bosses right off the bat. You've also got your other ones, shamans, giant river trolls and goblin big bosses. So when you unlock them, you'll be able to do the same and just recruit them from here. So if you can see up here, this is your treasury. So this is currently what's in the bank, and this is what you're going to be earning next turn. That'll be added to that. So if you click on this, it just goes into a tiny bit more detail. But if you want to go into even more detail, just click the details, and that will go so much more in depth for you. But I've never used this ever since playing. If you want to see your trade, you just click on here, and it tells you what resources you've got and what you're importing, who you're trading with, and the value of it and stuff like that, and what you're trading. So sometimes it's handy to just have a look at that. So this little thing here, scrap. So you can gain it by doing missions, discover it in battle, by technologies, previous war successes, raising settlements. But you spend it by using it for cauldron firewood, unit upgrades, or technologies. So for unit upgrades, you just come to here, you come to this button, and it gives you a couple of options. And you can use, once you've unlocked the technology to do it, you can then upgrade these to have padded shield and stuff like that. So let's just have a look at these. Yeah, still require technology. Yeah, and like heavy ammo there, armor piercing missile damage plus 400%. So, you know, some really good stuff. Extra ammunition there as well. You can have one or the other. You can't have both, as far as I'm aware. So the war we'll cover towards the end, because it's the faction mechanic. So sorry, the racial mechanic. We'll cover that later. So let's just go over here. Over here is the objectives. So as you can see here, victory conditions. This is the long campaign victory. So this tells you exactly what you need to achieve that. There's quite a bit. So yeah. And then if you click this one, this is just for the short campaign victory. So yeah. Chapter objectives, can't click on it, but basically it comes up with like little quests for you to do, and it has like bonus objectives. It's just the quests aren't, the missions aren't hard, they're literally stuff that you're gonna end up doing anyway, so you're not necessarily gonna miss them anyway. So that's your objectives. The next button, diplomacy. So as you can see here, this is how you can interact with the other races and factions. So whether it's getting non-aggressions, declaring war, trying to improve relations, just to check out how many settlements they have, how strong they are. But pay attention to this over here, reliability. Even though they're orcs and they're not very reliable, you've got to make sure that yours is always very high, because otherwise, if you get very low, you'll just find, especially playing like a faction like, or a race like the Greenskins, you will be declared war upon by everybody. And, you know, if they're close enough to you, or even if they're far away, they'll try and send armies to you and take you down. So try and maintain it. If you are very low, you will not be able to initiate diplomacy, so you will struggle. So yeah, just watch out for that. Okay, so this is your research tree, the next button there, and you can just go further through. So really good campaign movement range there. You know, you just got to work your way through it. Unlocking scrap, you can use scrap to unlock some, and also like a bit of gold, and by doing some technologies, you also unlock, as you've seen, the scrap things. So that's all good. So as you can see over here, we've got a mini map. So you can just move it about, you zoom in and out, and it just shows you the areas that you have discovered. And if you just hover over stuff, you can see, you know, who controls what and stuff like that. So it's a handy little like thing without having to zoom out and stuff like that. This button here is for your missions and quests. Exactly what it says. So whenever you get given a mission like this, or whether you have to do a quest for like his unique equipment, they will appear there. You've got to do certain requirements to unlock it and stuff like that. Okay, so next button is the events. It tells you exactly everything, like what's happened over the end turn and stuff like that, whether it's diplomatic, whether it's with yourself or between other ones. It shows up here, so it's handy to see. The next one is for lords and heroes. So as you can see, we've got Grimgor here. He's your lord. And then when you, let's just recruit a hero quickly just to show you, and you'll see he turns up there as well. You can see him, but if you disband him, you'll see that he disappears. Whereas if you do that for a lord, basically you'll see here. Let's disband him. They do go. You can normally see them once they're ready to recruit and stuff like that. So let's just have a look. Nope. Yeah, you usually can see them like when they're ready to recruit. You can see them and stuff like that. Provinces. So as you can see here, Death Pass. This is the province. It's not a completed province, so it's contested. If it was complete, it would have the faction banner like over it, just like these two. And you can see all known provinces that are visible to you. The next one is known factions. It's just a little like handy version for the diplomacy. You can see who likes you, who you're at war with, who can trade, who can't, and also their strength ranking as well. So you can see all them that's available. So this is the faction summary. So if we just click on this, you see the details of the faction. So where the capital is, provinces owned, settlements owned, the treasury and income, the harbinger of Gork, unlocks hero recruitment, Black Orc, Big Boss, all provinces. So that's why you can recruit them straight away. War has a chance to contain Black Orcs, all armies. Campaign movement range plus 10% all characters. So that's really good for getting about. Upkeep minus 15% for Black Orcs and Big Guns units. And this is the climates that are suitable. Which ones are suitable without penalties. Unpleasant, minor penalties to occupy them. Uninhabitable, basically major penalties if you occupy any in that. Faction power tells you how many armies you've got, basically your heroes, your capacity that you're allowed to have and how many you've got. Just a brief overview of your diplomacy again, how many allies you've got, what allies you've got, who you're at war with and who you are trading with. So if you click this button here, this shows you the records. So once you go through like however many turns, you can go back and see events that have happened and stuff like that. And once you once you complete it and stuff, you can go back and see like who conquered who and stuff like that. It's really interesting. Statistics, if you're interested in clicking like coming onto here, it tells you everything that happens, just how many battles you've won, how many battles you lost, lords killed, lords lost, stuff like that. Just if you're interested in reading anything about that. So let's get onto the faction mechanic now. So the war. So this is all for all greenskins. They all have this. So basically, if you get the war below this, then you suffer these negative effects and whatnot. But you want to try and keep it. Well, you want to get it to activate in a war, but you go through these. So you get all positive ones. It just gets more and more. And then once you've filled the bar, you're able to call a war. And to be able to fill the bar, you just do it by fighting battles, passively gain previous war successes, and raising settlements. And you can lose reputation by a war invasion ending. So all these things like contribute to that. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for this faction, and we'll move on to the next. Next up, we have Crooked Moon, led by Skarsnik. So, let's just go over his faction mechanics. Faction summary, sorry. Can only recruit Orc units from Karak 8 Peaks. So, hero action cost minus 50% and receive 100% experience. Upkeep and recruitment cost 40% for Goblin and Night Goblin units. War has chance to contain Doom Divers, all armies. Unique building chain available at Karak 8 Peaks. So his other extra kind of mechanic that he has, or again, it's not necessarily a mechanic, it's Karak 8 Peaks, it's an objective. So he's got to make it all the way back over here to topple the Crooked Moon mutinous gits, topple them there and recapture Karak 8 Peaks. So yeah, he starts quite a while away, but luckily it's not really huge negative effects, so it's not too bad. And that's it really. Everything else is the same. So let's move on to the next faction. Okay, so here we are with the Bloody Hands and Wurzag. So his faction summary is War has chance to contain Savage Orcs, all armies. Enemy hero action success chance minus 50%. Charge bonus plus 25 for Savage Orc units. So there's not much special there really, to be honest. So there's nothing else extra as a mechanic. He was one of the, he's from game 1, so nothing else has been added to them just yet. So hopefully they'll get a bit of an overhaul in game 3. But let's move on to the next Greenskin faction. Next up is Bonerattlerz with Azag the Slaughterer. So again, let's just do his faction summary. The Evil Crown, suitable climate, temperate, diplomatic relations +40 with vampire counts and Arkan the Black. War has chance to contain Weaverans, all armies. Research rate +20%. Income from sacking settlements +25%. Again, he's from the game 1, so he doesn't really have much, any extra mechanics really. So that's about it. So we'll move on to the final faction now, and we'll talk about that. Finally, we have the Broken Axe tribe with Grom the Paunch. So let's just go over his faction summary. So War against Ulthuan has access to Grom's Cauldron, suitable climate, temperate island, diplomatic relations -80 with High Elves. War has a chance to contain pump wagons, all armies. Global recruitment duration -1 turn for goblin units. So Grom definitely has access to one of the best mechanics. It's probably the only mechanic for the orcs. So yeah, basically Grom's Cauldron is here, and you find ingredients and you basically just mix and mash them together to create all sorts of stuff. So I don't think I can do anything because I don't have anything, but yeah, you can you discover recipes and stuff like that, and you can get all sorts of bonuses and stuff. So if you open this up, this shows you the recipes that you've made and stuff like that, and yeah, it's absolutely brilliant and so powerful. Some of the stuff you can get is absolutely crazy. It's definitely worthwhile playing and stuff. So you start off in Massive Orcal as well, quite a nice location, just a single settlement region. So you can just just battle all these there and then work your way to the High Elves, because they're no doubt gonna come over to you. So hopefully I've covered everything there for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's been useful and you've learned something new. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Just let me know how you thought the video was, whether I can improve anything or whether it was good or useful. And most importantly, guys, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It'd be very, very much appreciated. So yeah, you don't want to miss out on any content that I do release. So you want to keep up to date with that. And I will see you all for the next video, guys.